Welcome to Being Well. Today we're going to do a movement practice using the variation of some sun salutations. So if you'd like to join me, just remembering to take the practice at your own pace and taking whatever options feel right for you. We're going to start at the top of our mat in a standing position in mountain pose. So rooting down through the feet, shoulders away from the ears. We're going to take a big inhale as we rise up. And as we fall down, just allow yourself to hang here. Just maybe moving any way that you want. And what we're going to do is we're going to come back up again. So just take a big breath as we rise up. And every time we rise up, just maybe reaching up a little bit further, lengthening the spine. Exhale, come down again. Again, taking any swaying motions and movements. Inhale, rise up. Lengthen, create space in the body. Exhale, come down. Again, moving how it feels good, and then take one more big inhale, rise up and all the way down. Again, hanging out here, moving however feels good for you. And then taking an inhale, send the right leg back, bring the knee down, look up. And then bring the left leg back as well. So we're coming into a kneeling position. And what we're going to do is we're going to move back onto the heels into a child's pose, and then come forward into an all fours, maybe just taking a little drop in the hips if we want to. And we're just going to continue that same movement, so back and forward, and just feel into the body. Really use this time to just listen. Maybe the body is telling you something. Maybe some movements feel tight, some feel welcoming. Just notice how the body is feeling. Maybe stopping in any part that we want to. If we want to stay there for a little longer, we don't have to keep moving. If we feel it's nice, we can stay. And then take in one more. Nice. Reach back into our child's pose, and then coming and joining me back in an all fours position. And we're going to move through some cat-cows, so making sure that the knees and hips are in line, hands and shoulders are in line. We're going to inhale as we drop the belly, head raise the shoulders away from the ears. And then round through the back as we exhale, pushing into the ground equally through knees and hands, and letting the head drop towards the floor as we exhale. So again, just moving through this at your own pace, really feeling into the body, connecting with the earth, just noticing how it feels and welcoming each and every movement as its own movement. Take one more. And then we're just going to work through the spine. So we're just going to open up the left hand, reach up, look up, and then hand comes back down. And reach up with the right hand, twist through the spine, hand comes back down. And if you want to go at a slower pace to what I'm going, that's okay. Maybe we invite an inhale as we open and an exhale as we come back down. But it's not necessary, it's just move and flow as you want, breathe as you want. Just really taking whatever it is that you need from this practice. Maybe we stay a little bit longer now on the left side, reach up and hold up a little longer. Maybe we take a few breaths here, and maybe as we exhale we try to twist through the spine a little bit more. And then again coming to the other side, reaching up with the right arm. Maybe we stay here for a little longer as well. Just really feeling into the stretch, breathing, feeling into the spine, noticing where we are. And then hands come back down, and I want you just to come into a child's pose. And I want you just to hang out here for a moment. Just channel a few deep breaths and just really feel into the body. And then one more breath, and then just gently push up onto the knees. We're going to take a few big scoops of the arms and the hands all the way up overhead, lengthening through the spine, and then exhaling, letting the hands come back down by the side of the body. Here I want you just to focus on some big deep breaths, inhaling as we rise, exhaling as we come down. Just creating as much space as we can, and then at the end of your next down, interlace the fingers behind the back, and I want you to take a big breath. Pull the shoulders down and away from the ears. Allow the arms to become heavy and open up the throat, just tilting up the head towards the ceiling, and just creating some space in the neck and the chest and the shoulders. Take a few breaths. And then when you're ready, slowly releasing the hands with ease, maybe shaking the shoulders off. The hands come down, we come back to our all fours, and then we're going to lift the knees off the floor and come into a downward facing dog. Here I invite you to explore and just move the heels to and from away from the floor. And what we're going to do is we're going to lift up into a three-legged dog and just create some circles in the hips. So raising the left leg up, being nice and grounded through the right leg and both hands. Just take some swirling motions through the knee and the hip. And remembering that this doesn't have to look like how I'm looking, it's how you want it to look, so just doing whatever is right for you. Maybe letting it come over and just stay over, and then bring that foot back down, take a little pedal out, and then come onto the knees. I just want you to bow your head down to the earth into a child's pose. Take a few breaths. And then when you're ready, coming back into a downward facing dog again, and what we're going to do is we're going to do the same on the right side, so just raising that right leg up in our three-legged dog, and just taking some circular motions through the hips. Nice opening, movement, exploration of the body. And then we're going to actually plant the right foot down onto the mat in between the hands, but just slightly back, and we're going to come into like a pigeon pose. So the right knee comes to the right wrist, and the right shin and calf come down to the floor. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take that left leg, so the knee is where the right foot is. And what we're going to do is we're going to rotate and move. So we're going to straighten that leg and then lift back up again. So we're going to lift the hips. We're going to move, lower the bum back down, straighten the left leg, lean into the left leg into a forward fold, and then rise back up, push the hands back in, bend the knee again, and lift up into our modified wild thing. So just moving through those two movements. And then when you're ready, slowly just arriving back in the center, but keeping that left leg straight. We're going to inhale, rise up, exhale, twist to the right, and the left hand comes to the right knee, right hand places behind us, and just breathe. So we're coming into a spinal twist. Nice big deep breaths in and out. And what we're going to do is we're going to move from here and do exactly the same on the other side, starting with the knees bent, moving from our modified wild thing. So the knees are going to be bent, the left foot is in line with the right knee, and the right foot is just near the right bum cheek. The hands come to support, and then we lift up if we want to, moving the hips up, right arm goes up overhead, and then we lower, straighten the right leg, keep the left leg up slightly. And then again, bending both knees, coming to a modified wild thing, lowering back down, straightening the right leg, leaning in, and just moving with the breath and moving with ease. Take this last one, and then slowly lower all the way down, straighten that right leg again, lean into it, and then we're going to gently place that left knee down to the floor. Take a big inhale as we rise up over the head. Exhale, twist to the left, right hand comes to the outside of the right knee, left hand comes to support behind the back and the bum. Lift up through the spine, breathe, look over the shoulder, and then when you're ready, we're going to release out of that pose, and we're going to move into a butterfly. So coming out of that spinal twist now, bringing the feet together, and I invite you to place the hands onto the ankles and just wiggle the legs from side to side, creating a little flying butterfly. Nice movements. And then gently coming up onto the feet. What we're going to do, we're not going to come into a yogic squat straight away, we're just going to come into the ankles and move from side to side. So letting the heels come off the floor, using the hands to support, just wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And maybe you just want to stay here and you don't want to come into a still yogic squat. You can continue moving this way. or you can come into a yogic squat. So I invite you just to come in, and we're going to finish here just taking a few big deep breaths. Just being really grateful for the opportunity to practice and move our bodies. Just thanking yourself for showing up, and thanking you for joining this practice. Thank you for again coming back to our channel if you've come back, and if you are welcome, if you are new to our channel, shall I say, then we welcome you with lots of love. Please subscribe, share, comment, like, and we will see you all soon. Thank you so much again. We really appreciate you showing up and practicing with us. May the light shine within you and within us and us all together.